What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Guava Juice. Today I'm gonna play Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. Keep in mind, I have never ever finished any of the Five Nights at Freddy's. I've played the first one. I kind of played the second one. I've never played the third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. But today I'm gonna play this one for you guys. So let's do this. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career.
Yes!
Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad and screws, bolts, and hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare, we welcome you. I will be your personal guide to help you get started.
All right.
I'm a Model 5 of the Handyman's Robotics and Unit Repair System.
Okay.
But you can call me Handy Unit.
Handy.
Your new career promises challenge,
this guy's probably
intrigue,
so evil.
and endless janitorial opportunities. Please enter your name as seen above the keypad.
Oh, gosh.
This cannot be changed later, so please be careful.
I can't click anything, dude. What the heck?
It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
Okay.
One moment.
What's my...
Welcome, Eggs Benedict.
Alright. My name's Eggs Benedict. Alright. So, we're just here in the elevator, just hanging out. Yeah. Can I click whatever? I can click whatever now? Okay, so, no knowledge whatsoever. Okay, oh dear. Night one, here we go. Cute music though. Okay, so, no knowledge whatsoever. Okay. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Guava Juice. Today I'm gonna play Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location. Keep in mind, I have never ever finished any of the Five Nights at Freddy's. I've played the first one. I kind of played the second one. I've never played the third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. But today I'm gonna play this one for you guys. So let's do this. Uh-oh.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career. See what you were trying to type, and I will auto-correct it for you.
What is it?
Thank you for choosing Angsty Teen.
Oh my goodness. That was me. That used to be me. Alright, like I was saying, I think the story of it is there was a girl here and she got possessed, and now she is the animatronic. I'm just guessing. I have not watched any other YouTubers play this, so I have no knowledge whatsoever. Alright, are we here now? Hello? Okay, we're going down to the... where are we anyways? Like, who takes an elevator all the way down to, like, a kid's animatronics party event? This is the creepiest. Why does it even... The music's cute, but, like, it's not cool at all, though.
The elevator stopped. You know the routine.
Here we go.
You can get out now, or... So, funny story. A dead body was found in this vent once.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so, not that funny, but... It's a story.
Oh, I like how he literally sounds like an angst teen. This game is so funny, man. This is so cool. I like it a lot.
Okay, let's start with your nightly chores. You should check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage, but whatever.
Whatever. Ballora is good.
Huh. I guess Ballora has better things to do.
What?
Let's zap her. That should be fun.
Zapping Ballora now. And... Whoa! 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 Ballora, you sound so ugly. Ballora! You sound like a penguin and a polar bear trying to fight. Okay.
Let's check on Funtime Foxy. Make sure he's ready for showtime tomorrow.
You're not even gonna worry about Ballora, Mr. Angsteen. Alright, Foxy. Ay, ay, ay. Shock him. We gotta shock him.
Great. Great.
What?
Great.
Uh-oh.
There seems to have been a problem with the voice synthesizer.
That sounds
Default settings have been restored. Please proceed through the vent ahead of you to Circus Baby's auditorium.
I don't trust this Angsteen guy, because obviously they're both not working 100%, so... And this vent, I didn't even know about this vent. Oh my gosh. No jump scare, please.
Motion trigger.
No jump scare. I'm not ready yet. I just want to go to the baby. Oh, that's the longest vent ever.
Circus Baby had a busy day today. Let's check the light and make sure she's in proper working order.
Alright, baby. I don't see you. I don't see you anywhere.
Oh, Circus Baby, we aren't here to play hide and seek.
Oh my
Let's
gosh.
encourage Baby to come out of hiding with a controlled shock.
Here we go, baby. It's broken.
Let's try another
Whoa!
controlled shock.
It's broken. It's not even. Oh my gosh!
There seems to be a power malfunction
No!
that is affecting our ability to properly motivate Baby.
No!
Please stand by while I reboot the system.
No,
I will be offline momentarily during this
Don't
process.
be offline.
Various other systems may be offline as well, such as security doors, vent locks, and oxygen.
Why are they all offline?
Commencing system restart.
Oh my gosh. Ah! Why? Why?
Motion trigger.
Oh my gosh.
Entryway vent. Funtime Auditorium maintenance vent opened.
Why? Why are they open?
Ballora Gallery maintenance vent open.
Why are they open? Oh my dear. I can't click anything. Oh my. Move! Something move!
I don't recognize you.
Uh-oh.
You are new. I remember this scenario. However, it's a strange thing to want to do.
I like your voice.
To come here.
I like your voice.
I'm curious what events would lead a person to want to spend their nights in a place like this.
Oh my gosh.
Willingly. Maybe curiosity. Maybe ignorance. There is a space under the desk. Someone before you crafted it into a hiding place, and it worked for him. I recommend that you hurry, though. You will be safe there. Just try not to make eye contact.
Is she good? Is she a good
It
girl?
will be over soon. They will lose interest.
Wait, is she a good guy? Wait. Is she good or bad? Under the desk. Grab here. And click and drag. Okay. Alright. Alright, this is kind of scary. So this is, this is the vent. Alright. These holes are kind of creepy. I feel like some eyes will pop up. Someone's gonna look in here. Ah! Okay. There was someone there. I'm just gonna, there she is. Hey, shut up! Don't open this door. Don't open this door. Oh god. Oh dear. Better not open this door. You better not open. Ah! What are you doing over there? This is not percussion class. Where's she at? No! She's trying to open this door! No! No, 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 don't do it! Don't! You're so strong! Okay, okay. Go all the way back. Oh, Jesus! Oh, she tried opening it. Oh my gosh. This is so creepy. Five Nights at Freddy's. This is so cool though. I've never played a horror game like this. Ah! Stop it! Stop! Stop it! I'm using all my force to hold this open! No! 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 Oh, jeez! No! 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 Okay, okay. Okay, go all the way back, go all the way back, go all the way back, go all the way back. I don't want to. Ah! I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to. This lady said she's watching us. Okay, I don't know who's good and who's bad.
When your guide comes back online, he is going to tell you that he was unsuccessful. That you must.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $400 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right, every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Must restart the system manually.
Okay.
He will then tell you to crawl through Ballora Gallery as fast as you can to reach the breaker room. If you follow his instructions, you will die.
Oh gosh!
Ballora will not return to her stage anymore. She will catch you. The power will be restored shortly. When you crawl through Ballora Gallery, go slowly. She cannot see you and can only listen for your movement.
I don't know.
When you hear her music become louder, she is growing near, listening for you. Wait and be still.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for your patience. It seems that the power system cannot be restarted automatically. You will need to restart the power system manually. Please return to the primary control module.
Who's good and who's bad anymore? I don't know who's good and bad. Okay, I'm going back as fast as I can. I'm going back. Oh my gosh, I don't. This game, man. I don't know if the narrator guy.
You will now be required to crawl through the Ballora Gallery using the vent to your left to reach the breaker room. It is recommended that you stay low to the ground and reach the other side as fast as possible as to not disturb Ballora. I will deactivate myself momentarily as to not create an auditory disturbance. Deactivating.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Should I do it? She said if I follow him, I'm gonna die. But if I stay here, do I die? Okay, I'm going. Okay, so she said go slow. If I hear the music, slow down. So, this is so dark right now. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything! Oh, I hear music! Oh! Okay. Okay, no music. Oh, music, I hear music.
This is a story about a magical place where everything's amazing, especially the people. We can tell you everything there is to know about over 400,000 different pieces of gear. Tell him, Lenny.
And we have a 17mm, 24mm, 45mm.
He does this all day. We'll help you find the right thing, which is often not the most expensive.
The A9 is great, but I think the 6500 is better for what you need.
That's pretty rare. And just like you, we love to explore and share our passion, because we're creators as well. Israel and Jake like to make videos for the web. Oh, I love it when he does this. Oh, by the way, if you can't meet us in person, you can always chat with us online. Think of us as collaborators, production partners, problem solvers. This is Greg. He's made 5 gold records.
You can play your voice.
And here's Jay, the king of the candids. Wait, I'm not ready, Jay. Sometimes we geek out and help each other, but mostly...
I hear her. I hear her to my left. Oh my gosh. Okay, she's gone.
It seems you are taking a long time. Please proceed as quickly and as quietly as possible.
Shut up! You said you would deactivate yourself so you won't disturb her. Oh my gosh. There she is. There she is. Oh! Oh my gosh, she's right there. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Oh. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm totally on her way. I hear music. Go! 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 There's no music. There's no music right now. Why am I don't get this! Why am I still crawling when the door is that high? I guess just to avoid Ballora, huh? I hear music. I just want to get... I'm almost there! I'm almost there! No jump scares! No jump scares, please! Yes! Yes!
Motion trigger. Room.
You may now interface with the breaker control box.
Okay.
Using the interface may disrupt nearby electronics.
Oh dear.
If you feel you are in danger, feel free to disconnect the interface temporarily until it is safe to reconnect.
Mm-hmm. Press space to play.
Calm down and go back to sleep. No one is here. Go back to your stage. Everything is okay.
Oh my gosh.
Everything is okay.
Oh.
Let's go back to sleep.
This audio is kind of creepy. Alright. Oh dear. Where are we? I don't even know where... Wow. There's so... What? Okay. Alright. Wait, did this guy move? This guy moved, right? Why is this guy even here? Alright. This guy's moving right now.
You do it for a better you, for a better life, for yourself and your community. A better you means expanding your horizons and being equipped to help those in need. For over 30 years, City College has been committed to delivering practical, high-quality degree programs to launch students like you into healthcare careers. Your ability to change careers is easier now than it's ever been. So give us a call or visit us online at citycollege.edu. City College, believe in a better you.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Up. Where's Freddy? Okay. I feel like this guy's gonna kill me pretty soon. I'm dead. Okay. I think I just gotta hold these things here, maybe? Hold. Ah! Danger. Okay, so my danger level on the top right is what's freaking me out. Every time I go here and go here, danger level is insane. Don't kill me! 100%. Stop! Okay. Okay, alright, Freddy's gone. Freddy's gone. Oh my gosh. I see him, he's right there, Why? Can I go back? Why is this? Okay, now he's gone. Okay, this is creepy. I'm doing this one. I'm gonna die. Jump scare. I knew it! I knew I was gonna die! Oh, okay, anyways, thank you all for watching. If you want me to play this game again, let's get this video to 30,000 likes. I'll give you guys another one.
Introducing the new SureColor T3170, designed to produce precise D-size prints in just 34 seconds. The
post memes, and your content might get I've uncovered the secrets of what it means to be a Disney princess. Behold, Princess Pat, the first theorist princess. According to last week's episode, I have everything I need. I've got my royal theory dress, which is very highly merchandisable to the 4-year-olds. I've got myself my sassy animal sidekick, and I've got a can-do attitude. Disneyland Soundsational Parade, here I come.
Not so fast, haha! I told you once and I'll tell you again, you'll never be a Disney princess!
What do you mean, Mouse? I did everything you said.
I call the shots around here, pal, and you'll never make it into my exclusive princess room!
Wait, the random room labeled princesses in the trailer for Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Yeah! Eat it!
But that's so arbitrary. Why does being in a room in a completely separate movie qualify you as a princess?
You'll never know because you'll never make the cut! Watch as all those dreams of being a pretty, pretty princess wither and die! And I suck on those sweet, salty tears!
You're insane!
Insanely wealthy, you mean?
Mouse, you're no mouse at all. I know what you are now. You're just a rat. Just a dirty, dirty rat! No! Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that continues to be a royal pain to the Disney canon by uncovering the double standards in princess selection. Now, if you haven't seen the first part of this series, click here to make sure that you're all caught up as we set off on a quest to determine what makes a princess truly a Disney princess. Last time we concluded that you don't need to be heroic, chosen by fate, you don't need to be able to sing, heck, you don't even need to be a princess. In Disney's eyes, being a princess dress, i.e. anything that can be sold at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique in Disneyland. Oh, and you also need an animal sidekick. And that's it! That's all there is to it, with an automatic disqualification if you might be mistaken as a prostitute. But after figuring all of that out, we still have to come back to why I started doing these episodes in the first place, to figure out whether Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph would qualify as Disney's newest princess, or, at the very least, whether she deserves to be in the Disney princess room that's shown in Wreck-It Ralph 2's trailer. You see, last time we looked at what has historically categorically qualified a character as a Disney princess, but the princess room in the trailer appears to be an updated Disney princess roster, one that's more open and more inclusive. Or not, but there's only one way to find out. So let's get ourselves into the throne room where it happened to find out for ourselves what qualifies you as a Disney princess in the world of Wreck-It Ralph 2, and whether Vanellope might be the newest addition to the Disney princess lineup. So first, who are the Disney princesses of Wreck-It Ralph 2? Well, looking at the trailers, we can identify Jasmine, Snow White, Cinderella, Pocahontas, Vanellope, Elsa and Anna, Moana, Belle, Rapunzel, Merida, Ariel, Aurora, Tiana, and Mulan. Interestingly enough, this doesn't line up with the official list of Disney princesses that we covered last time. Anna, Elsa, and Moana have all gotten upgraded for this particular movie. But even with this expanded roster, there are a few notable snubs, from Hercules as Meg and Hunchback's Esmeralda, to Princess Eilonwy from Black Cauldron and Kida from Atlantis the Lost Empire. So just like last time, we have to deduce what separates the princesses inside the room from those outside the room to backdoor our way into the requirements for getting in, which will in turn allow us to determine if Vanellope truly meets all the criteria. Now, the fact that Mulan's in the room already eliminates the requirement of being an actual princess, i.e. the daughter of a monarch or the wife of a prince. As we covered last time, Mulan, for as cool as she is, never actually assumes princess status. Even still, it's worth mentioning that Vanellope is a princess in her own game. It is literally written into her code. So even if this was a requirement, well, she would definitely qualify on that front. Once inside the room, the princesses toss out a few lines that are less qualifications for princess status and more tongue-in-cheek jokes at Disney's expense.
Kidnapped or enslaved? No, are you guys okay? Should I call the police?
Rapunzel asks if Vanellope has magic hair, but obviously that shouldn't qualify someone as a princess because Rapunzel is the only person in the room with magic hair, unless you count Pocahontas' perpetual breeze blowing on her. So epic. Elsa asks about magic hands, but again, it's the same problem here. Elsa's the only one with those. Funny enough, even though Vanellope answers no to a lot of these questions, she actually qualifies for a bunch of them. I mean, think about it. Does she have a magic power? Yeah. In her first movie, she has the power to glitch, a power that she hones throughout the film and figures out how to control at the end so she can defeat the villain and reclaim her throne. Huh, why does that sound familiar? Oh yeah. Was Vanellope cursed? I mean, she says no in the trailer, but yeah, her code was tampered with in Wreck-It Ralph so she could be removed from the throne and placed into total obscurity for a long period of time. And if that doesn't sound familiar to you, well then maybe you should rewatch Tangled or Sleeping Beauty. Already, just based on those things, Vanellope is scoring higher on the princess meter than most of the ladies in the room, which actually puts her in pretty good position to become the next addition to the Disney princess lineup. But we can't make this call based on a few random qualifications thrown out in the trailer. We need to find something that truly unites everyone we see in this room and disqualifies everyone that we don't see in the room. So the next logical thing is to look at the end of the scene. Here, Rapunzel asks if people all think that Vanellope's problems were solved by a big strong man when actually they weren't. When Vanellope says, yeah, what's up with that? It's the punchline that confirms that Vanellope really is a Disney princess after all. Now, last episode I gave the girls a hard time about this because guess what, Ariel? Both Triton and Prince Eric are forced to clean up your little mess and save all of Atlantica. How about complaining less about other people stealing your achievements and instead stepping up and owning your mistakes? That would be a good moral lesson. Sour grapes aside, this seriously can't be the qualifier for this room. I mean, sure, the older princesses in the room were indeed rescued by dudes who went around kissing unconscious women in the forest, but what about these ladies? It's awfully hard to argue that people think that the new guard of Disney princesses need a man when their movies specifically feature them flipping this narrative on its head. One of the most central themes of Moana is that a character like Maui, literally the archetype of the big strong man, is not the linchpin in the story. This theme is even more apparent in Frozen, where Disney intentionally takes the idea of love in princess movies and flips it around by making the handsome prince the ultimate villain. Love doesn't have to be romantic love. In fact, the strongest love is with your sister. It's actually a really nice message. Real talk, no, we got super sick of Frozen there for a while because it was so overexposed everywhere, but seriously, if we all take a moment to take off our jaded glasses, it's a really good movie with some really good music, and honestly, it was really ballsy for Disney to do. So all that being said, is this room arbitrary? Is it just Disney giving up and randomly including some new popular princesses to keep everyone from complaining? Ha! Of course not. This is Disney we're talking about. They are way too smart for that. No, the Disney princess room in Wreck-It Ralph 2 doesn't come down to looks or animal friends or not needing no man. Nope, it's not about who they are, it's about what they earn. The qualifications qualification for Disney princesses in this room comes down to how much bank they can roll in for Disney. If you don't believe me, check out the stats. Websites like Box Office Mojo keep track of gross profits from movies going all the way back to the earliest classics like Gone with the Wind and Snow White, and even accounts for ticket price inflation. Now, this lets us compare how deep the royal coffers go for each of the Disney princesses that we see here, and it tells us a pretty clear story about what makes Disney treat a woman like royalty versus giving them the royal boot out of the Magic Kingdom. Looking at all the global gross adjusted profits for Disney princess movies, there are no surprises at the top of the list, with Frozen being the first modern Disney princess movie to gross over $1 billion globally with a single release. That $1 billion apparently buys you 2 seats in the Disney princess room. The rest of the princesses score between $673 million globally, with Sleeping Beauty down all the way to the low end of Princess and the Frog with $267 million globally, and $104 million specifically in the US. And wouldn't you know it, but that seems to be our cutoff. Anything that falls below the $250 million range for worldwide gross profits, or under $100 million in US profits, no longer makes the cutoff for entry into this room. It's the one thing that reliably separates the snubs from this room. Hercules, it only made $99 million in the US, so afraid Meg isn't getting past the bouncer. Hunchback, also in the low $100 million range domestically, and again, Esmeralda, kinda treated like a prostitute. Black Cauldron and Atlantis, both Disney movies featuring empowered female princesses, fall even further below the cutoff, so nope, they don't stand a chance. Remember, the Disney Princess merchandise brand makes over $1.5 billion every single year. So if these gals can't push ticket sales to their movies, then you know they're not worthy to sip lattes with the rest of the gals and, you know, sell dresses, tiaras, and dolls off the shelves. As an aside, I gotta point this out. Each princess wearing her signature pajamas at that slumber party is obviously the most blatant commercial for Disney apparel that I have ever seen. But then again, we on the internet apparently don't care. By the way, Theorist merch is still on sale. Go get yourself a t-shirt. They're great. They're comfortable. You're gonna look amazing. So there you have it. You women of Disney are only worth what you're able to earn. That's gotta be worse than the messaging last episode. I mean, think about it. Disney is clearly pandering to your strong female pride in this trailer, but for all the woo girl power that's present here, they're not practicing what they preach. The girls in this room aren't here because of their heroism, they're here because of money, Disney's bottom line. If inclusion in the princess room was truly about strong women who don't need no man, well then you would see less financially viable characters here. But they're not. They are kept outside of Disney's huge shiny blockbusters, swept under the rug alongside Dumbo's Jim Crows so that you'll forget about them, Disney's failures, and move on and buy yet another shiny princess dress. But with that said, now that we've found the crucial differentiator, basically that all our princesses are major 1%ers for Disney, we can finally decide if Vanellope belongs in the room or not. Based on the gross adjusted global profits for the first Wreck-It Ralph movie, it earned $471.2 million, which definitely qualifies Vanellope for the Rich Princess Club. In the US alone, it raked in almost $190 million, beating out other princesses and thereby securing Vanellope a spot at the slumber party. She'll even represent a new category of princess, the Geek Princess. Actually, no, because Princess Leia would also qualify for the room, and she would probably be the princess, the star princess. Oh, she has no animal sidekick. And Leia would be in this room, but as an official Disney princess based on the qualifications last time, she wouldn't be. Anyway, Vanellope at the very least would be like the gamer princess. So there you have it. Based on the qualifications required to get into the princess room, Vanellope does indeed qualify as a Disney princess. And as long as Wreck-It Ralph 2 performs at the box office, she shouldn't get the boot, right? Well, had it been a month ago, I would have said yes. However, there might be one more wrinkle to this that puts Vanellope's place in the Princess Hall of Fame in jeopardy. It has to do with Disney's latest actions, not towards their princesses, but towards their employees. You see, in a recent controversy, Disney chose to fire the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, James Gunn, over a series of vulgar and inappropriate tweets that he made between 2009 and 2011. And having read those tweets, let me make it clear, they're really bad, especially as they relate to women and kids, which, if you're Disney, you're gonna be kinda sensitive about. I'm not gonna put them here out of fear of the kids who watch a video about Wreck-It Ralph and Disney princesses, but I am going to put the link in the description so that you can read them and judge for yourselves, which you should do in any sort of circumstance like this. Read the information for yourself and make your own call. A lot of stuff gets mixed up with misinformation. Anyway, even though James Gunn deleted the tweets and apologized for them multiple times in the intervening years, Disney stated that, quote, the offensive attitudes and statements discovered on James's Twitter feed are indefensible and inconsistent with our studio's values, and we have severed our business relationship with him, end quote. If this is Disney's policy with its employees, though, they're gonna start running into some issues with other employees. In this case, old Vanellope von Schweetz, voiced by Sarah Silverman. You see, just like Gunn, and quite honestly like a lot of comedians, Sarah's early work really doubled down on edgy, envelope-pushing humor, taking controversial, taboo topics and dive into them first. For example, her show on Comedy Central, the Sarah Silverman program, had full episodes dedicated to jokes like blackface and sexual deviance. She's used racial slurs before on late-night programs and has actively said that she wanted to be the first person to make jokes at the expense of Martin Luther King Jr. All things that seem fairly comparable to what Gunn did on his Twitter feed. And, just like Gunn, Sarah Silverman has apologized and made it clear that she's embarrassed by a lot of those early jokes of hers. Now, I'm not casting judgment here. I report from us and from those concoct theories. I have no problems with Sarah, and I think that she's done a lot of good for a lot of really positive causes. And I firmly believe that humor, acceptable taste, and most importantly, people change over with time. But with the James Gunn situation, Disney has set itself a precedent. It's there, currently being hotly debated in social media. None of us have a copy of Disney's Code of Conduct in front of them, but if Vanellope is truly contributing to the Disney princess powerhouse, y'all might want to be prepared for a little change of voice acting, just in case. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And you think Wreck-It Ralph breaks the internet? That is nothing compared to Wreck-It Ralphs of the real world. People who actually want to break into stuff on the internet, including people's accounts, phones, and computers. King Candy, the hacker of the original Wreck-It Ralph, is creepy enough. You can bet that real internet hackers aren't nearly gonna be as sweet. So what do you do to stop them? Well, use a VPN, like I do, like a lot of my other fellow YouTubers do. And the one that I found the best results with is our sponsor for today, NordVPN. You could say that it protects the royal treasury of my film theory scripts. Now, if you've never used a VPN before, Nord is a great place to start because it's easy to use and you can install it across all your different devices. Whether it's the phone that you play Fix-It Felix on, the tablet you write your Disney fan fiction on, or the desktop where you complain in the comments that my theories are bogus on. Hashtag get MatPat off the internet. No matter what you're doing, you'll be doing it safely through Nord, which filters all the data coming in and out of your computer on the internet, making it a lot harder for someone to hack you or for other malicious stuff to happen to your devices. I mean, seriously, it's a lot of peace of mind because it's basically like your own personal internet filter. On a more serious note, as someone who just became a dad and has a baby monitor running on my Wi-Fi, you can bet that internet security has a whole new meaning for me now. But regardless of whatever information you're looking to protect, the websites you're visiting, your personal account information, whatever your reason for wanting to be safer and more protected online, check out NordVPN with the link in the description. Click it down there or head to nordvpn.com/filmtheory, nordvpn.com/FILMTHEORY. They're giving away a huge discount off their subscriptions with our code. Seriously, it is huge. It is 77% off, which is kind of a random number, but it's still a massive random number. It's like almost giving it away for free. So go there now because it's ending soon. Stay out of King Candy's clutches. NordVPN, 77% off. That's 1 7 away from jackpot. Although this is already a jackpot deal.
I'm Alina, and I'm an alumni. I earned my degree in biology with an emphasis in medicine in the Honors College at GCU. Being an adjunct faculty here at GCU has helped me to prepare for what faith-based medicine will look like in my future career. So I'm going to be pursuing an MD PhD. I actually want to be a physician scientist in the future. A physician scientist is a physician who's also involved in research. GCU having the combination of the faith-based and also the pre-med was perfect for me because I knew that I wanted to incorporate faith in my medical practice. They also had an opportunity for me to go on a mission trip to Uganda where I got to shadow in a pediatric neurosurgery hospital that was faith-based. So I got to see faith and medicine incorporated in a third world country. The Honors College programs here at GCU can help you to expand your horizons to better prepare you for your future. If you're looking for an institution that invests in you personally, academically, and spiritually, GCU is the place for you.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/honors.
At least you're out in the world. You must meet a lot of girls.
Barry, is that why you left the beehive? To meet lady bees? Because I hate to break it to you, but you already have.
Hey, those are pollen jocks.
Wow.
Hey, Jock.
What do you think, Buzzy boy? Are you bee enough?
I'm not talking about those ones right there. I'm talking about those ones. Worker bees that go out and gather pollen, what you know as the pollen jocks. Yeah, they're all female. All female. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that's about to give BuzzFeed a run for its money. Oh, wait, it all makes sense to me now. After staring at this stupid movie for way too long, something just clicked as I'm writing this script. You notice everyone's haircut in this movie? The women all have beehive hairstyles. Obvious joke is obvious, but the guys, they all have buzz cuts. Buzz cuts. And here y'all think that my jokes are bad? This is a real movie that ran in real movie theaters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
premium content. So I'm sure by now you're all familiar with the memes coming out of the Bee Movie, but in case you've never actually stopped to watch the movie, or you did watch it but need a refresher because the plot wasn't exactly the most memorable thing about it, well then, here's what you need to know. Barry B. Benson is a honeybee who travels outside of the hive, falls in love with a human woman named Vanessa.
You coming?
And eventually uncovers a shocking conspiracy. The bees are being enslaved by humans to produce honey.
It's just honey, Barry.
Just what? Bees don't know about this. This is stealing. A lot of stealing.
So Barry decides to sue the entire honey industry and wins. As you can imagine, this has some unintended consequences. Now that humans are no longer eating honey, the pollen jocks that harvest nectar for the hive no longer have to work, and that causes the world's plants to start wilting. So it's up to Barry and
Vanessa.
He has a human girlfriend.
Oh, Barry.
And they make out!
To find the last remaining flowers in America and pollinate plant life on Earth before it's too late. Oh, and a bunch of bees team up to save a commercial jetliner from crash.
Vanessa
dies in a gruesome parasailing accident. So many things are wrong about this film. The fact that bees and humans can apparently talk to each other, yet Barry's the first bee ever to try striking up a conversation with anyone.
You like jazz?
The fact that Barry has a romantic rival, and that romantic rival is a human. But besides that, the fact that Ken, his romantic rival, has a bee allergy that the movie just treats like a joke, even though bee allergies are very real and very serious medical problems. I mean, seriously, you think that people are spending hundreds of dollars on EpiPens just for the lols? And yet Ken is the one who's treated like the villain because he doesn't want to be in a room with a bee who could potentially kill him. And all of this wrapped in a movie about a love affair between an insect and a human. Nay, Jerry Seinfeld and a human. But perhaps worst of all is the message of the film. That bees are a vital part of the ecosystem, and without them, plant life as we know it would be wiped out. Because this simply isn't true. In fact, it's the complete opposite.
Vanessa.
And the environment as a whole would be better off if Barry B. Benson and his brash buddies would just buzz off permanently. And yeah, I know we're all trained to love bees at this point, but get ready because today I'm gonna prove how everyone, especially the Bee Movie, has been lying to us. Now, what got me started on this episode was something I said a few weeks ago in the Tide Pod episode. Honeybee populations are on the rise for like the first time ever, and I shared that as a positive news story, but after I finished that episode, it got me researching. We hear all the time that honeybee populations are on the decline, and that this is a terrible thing for the ecosystem, but is it really? I was honestly surprised by what I found. First, honeybees aren't actually native to North America. They're an invasive species that was first introduced back in 1622 when European settlers brought them over. The Native Americans even called them the white man's fly. And let's be clear, they weren't brought over for their ability to pollinate plants, but rather for their honey. The honeybees we see in the US, like Barry B. Benson, all just started as agricultural animals, like cows. Probably more accurately, like like chickens. Chickens are used to produce eggs, bees are used to produce honey. It actually took another 200 years before honeybees were brought over to California during the gold rush in 1853, and of course, in all of that time, it's not like the North American continent was like some desolate desert. Plant life was thriving in the Americas for thousands of years before European settlers showed up with their fancy beehives. So how is that possible? Is everything we've been told about honeybees being an essential part of the ecosystem and a vital part of the reproductive life cycle of flowers wrong? Well, yeah. And no, but yeah. You see, pollinators are absolutely vital. 75% of all crops require pollination. However, the idea that honeybees are a critical part of that process in the US is a complete and utter myth. First, these black and yellow striped honeybees aren't the only type of bee out there. There are more than 20,000 species of bee. Yeah, 20,000. The black and yellow stripy kind, known formerly as the Apis mellifera, less formerly as the western honeybee, is just one of them. For example, take Agapostemon, a genus of bee that sounds more like a rejected Digimon than an insect critical for sustained plant life on Earth. Agapostemon digivolve into Metal War Agapostemon. These insects don't make honey, and they look nothing like Berry Bee Benson or the bees that we're all familiar with, but these little green guys are bees nonetheless. They're known as sweat bees. Unlike honeybees, which get their nutrients by making honey from the nectar of flowers, these feed from the sweat of mammals. And yeah, when I say humans. So if you've ever found yourself on a hot day swatting at one of these green-gray little bugs that seems to enjoy landing on your neck, it might not be a fly or wasp, but a sweat-thirsty bee trying to get a taste of that salty secretion. Let me lick your neck. So yeah, if you're starting to feel like you've been lied to your whole life about bees, well, you kinda have been. So let's just rip that band-aid off entirely right now. Bees aren't just yellow and black. Only a very few species actually make honey. Most don't do that twerk dance that we've been taught that they do. For most bees, stinging does not mean death, if they even sting at all. And those 20,000 species of bees aren't the only pollinators out there. Pollen wasps, ants, butterflies, moths, even some species of beetle can get the job done too.
Top story, a Tri-County bee, Barry Benson, is saying he intends to sue the human race for stealing our honey.
So if the world's honey economy were thrown into turmoil by a lawsuit set in motion by a talking honeybee who somehow figured out how to work the American legal system, no problem. There'd actually be plenty of other non-dancing, equally hard-working bees out there to pick up the slack. Or at least there would have been if it wasn't for Barry B. Benson in the first place. That's right, Barry and the rest of the western honeybees are murderers, but you don't see anyone putting them on trial, at least until today. And you had better believe that this insect uprising needs to be squashed. What I mean is that there are conservationists out there who believe that the environment would be better off without honeybees. Remember how I said honeybees are an invasive species brought in by the colonists? Well, according to Dr. Jonas Geldman of the University of Cambridge, honeybee hives harm the environment by crowding out all the other local pollinators. Quote, there's increasing evidence that unnaturally high densities of honeybees associated with beekeeping can exacerbate declines in wild pollinators. Besides competing with wild species for resources, honeybees are linked to the spread of diseases to wild pollinators via shared flowers, an effect that's likely amplified by trade with and movement of honeybees, end quote. And this isn't just some random guy ranting on his blog on the internet. This was published in Nature. Nature, the scientifically reputable magazine, not, you know, Nature as in published in the woods. It's not like this guy was pulling a primitive technology and hewing his article into the side of a tree. This shall be my legacy! Anyway, his conclusions aren't all that surprising. Anytime you introduce a new species to an environment, more often than not, it's gonna have negative consequences on the local species, because the invader doesn't have any natural predators and may be better suited to survive the new climate. I actually go much more in-depth in this episode covering the invasive species of the Pokemon verse over on Game Theory, so sting that eye icon after the episode to check it out. But when it comes to western honeybees, the data is there. In another Nature article published by First, the authors track the global decline of bumblebees, which, again, to be clear, are different from western honeybees. They also don't make honey, but bumblebees are on the decline, and it's the honeybee diseases spilling over into their populations that are causing it. Quote again, "Wild pollinators such as bumblebees are in global decline, one cause of which may be a pathogen spillover from managed pollinators like honeybees. The prevalence of deformed wing virus and the exotic parasite known as Latin name in honeybees and bumblebees is linked, as honeybees have higher deformed wing virus prevalence and sympatric bumblebees and honeybees are infected by the same DWV strains. Apis, remember that's the Latin name for western honeybees, is the likely source of at least one major emerging infectious disease in wild pollinators." End quote. And they're not the only ones to conclude this. Another study, again looking at the impact honeybees are having on bumblebee populations, concluded the following: given the available evidence, it's likely the pathogen spillover from commercial bees is contributing to the ongoing decline of wild bumblebees in North America. And that's only one of the ways the honeybees are actually killing off their fellow pollinators. When you look at insects, honeybees are unique because they actually remove nectar linked to. What I mean is that there are conservationists out there who believe that the environment would be better off without honeybees. Remember how I said honeybees are an invasive species brought in by the colonists? Well, according to Dr. Jonas Geldman of the University of Cambridge, honeybee hives harm the environment by crowding out all the other local pollinators. Quote, "There's increasing evidence that unnaturally high densities of honeybees associated with beekeeping can exacerbate declines in wild pollinators. Besides competing with wild species for resources, honeybees are linked to the spread of diseases to wild pollinators via shared flowers, an effect that's likely amplified by trade with and movement of honeybees." End quote. And this isn't just some random guy ranting on his blog on the internet. This was published in Nature. Nature, the scientifically reputable magazine, not, you know, Nature as in published in the woods. It's not like this guy was pulling a primitive technology and hewing his article into the side of a tree. "This shall be my legacy." Anyway, his conclusions aren't all that surprising. Anytime you introduce a new species to an environment, more often than not, it's going to have negative consequences on the local species, because the invader doesn't have any natural predators and may be better suited to survive the new climate. I actually go much more in depth in this episode covering the invasive species of the Pokemon verse over on Game Theory, so sting that eye icon after the episode to check it out. But when it comes to western honeybees, the data is there. In another Nature article published by First, the authors track the global decline of bumblebees, which, again, to be clear, are different from western honeybees. They also don't make honey, but bumblebees are on the decline, and it's the honeybee diseases spilling over into their populations that are causing it. Quote again, "Wild pollinators such as bumblebees are in global decline, one cause of which may be a pathogen spillover from managed pollinators like honeybees. The prevalence of deformed wing virus and the exotic parasite known as Latin name in honeybees and bumblebees is linked, as honeybees have higher deformed wing virus prevalence and sympatric bumblebees and honeybees are infected by the same DWV strains. Apis, remember that's the Latin name for western honeybees, is the likely source of at least one major emerging infectious disease in wild pollinators." End quote. And they're not the only ones to conclude this. Another study, again looking at the impact honeybees are having on bumblebee populations, concluded the following: given the available evidence, it's likely the pathogen spillover from commercial bees is contributing to the ongoing decline of wild bumblebees in North America. And that's only one of the ways the honeybees are actually killing off their fellow pollinators. When When you look at insects, honeybees are unique because they actually remove nectar from flowers in order to make their honey, while other insects are able to pollinate flowers without stealing the nectar. While that might not seem like that big of a deal, this paper by Diane Thompson at the University of California, Santa Cruz found that the Western honeybee's strategy of creating nectar scarcity for other species ensures that the competition produce fewer offspring. Quote a final time, these results provide evidence that apists competitively suppress a native social bee known to be an important pollinator, with the potential for cascading effects on native plant communities.
Bees have never been afraid to change the world.
Yeah, change it for the worse, Barry. Sit your bumblebutt down, Seinfeld. I'm not done with you. Because if that wasn't enough, honeybees have one final secret advantage in all of this. They live in protected communities. Unlike other pollinators who have to fend for themselves in the wild, honeybees, because they're agricultural animals, are protected by their farmers, thus giving them a survival advantage. It's a whole heck of a lot easier for an insect species to survive when it gets to live in a safe little box on a farm. Barry seems to think that honeybees are an important part of the environment, but nothing could be further from the truth. When it comes to ecological problems, Barry isn't part of the solution, he's part of the problem. In a way, the conclusion of the Bee Movie is actually right about one thing. Humans and honeybees do share a critical symbiotic relationship. Without human demand for honey, honeybee populations would collapse and fall into disrepair as Mother Nature exacted her revenge on the invasive species that for so many years has kept the native insect populations at bay. Barry B. Benson throughout the movie likes to pretend that honeybees are the victim, that they exist under the oppressive thumb of the evil human farmers.
But is this what it's come to for you? Exploiting tiny, helpless bees?
But Barry, you and all those other Western honeybees we see throughout this movie are the real problem. The real victims here are the native insect species whose territory you've encroached on, who you've deprived of nectar, and who you've outcompeted thanks in large part to humanity's protection. In the courtroom, Barry raises a chant of,
"Free these bees!
Free the bees indeed! Free the 19,999 other bee species that the imperialist Western honeybees have been keeping down for hundreds of years. Maybe then, nature can exist the way it was originally meant to. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. Bzzz, cut. Won't you be a friend and join the loyal theorists? Okay, so let's just get this sorted right off the bat. A National Geographic article estimates that a Tyrannosaurus Rex's top speed is about 12 miles an hour. Any faster, and its bones would have shattered. In 2013, a woman ran the 100-meter dash in heels in a record-breaking 14.531 seconds, or about 15.4 miles an hour. So, while it may not be easy, it would be entirely feasible to outrun a T-Rex in heels. So all that fuss around Claire Dearing doing it in Jurassic World, 100% plausible. The real question is, why are you driving so slow? Hello, Internet! Welcome to Theory Park. About a month or two ago, I asked you all on Instagram, at MattPatGT by the way, whether you'd be interested in a Jurassic World theory, and overwhelmingly, As an early Kwanzaa gift, we'll be sticking our noses into one of the most overlooked aspects of the movie, the plot. The whole thing seems pretty straightforward, right? InGen mixes a bunch of genes together to create the freak show of death known as the I-Rex, or should I say...
Verizon Wireless presents the Indominus Rex.
Hashtag not spawn at all there, guys. It's like the Emoji Movie all over again. The I-Rex is too smart for them and escapes, only to have big dinos running around eating people for a second time in any of these parks, and humanity still flocks to these death trap parks. It's a miracle that we don't lose the race for survival of the fittest. Then again, I guess a 2-hour think piece on the ethics of dinosaur cloning legislation would be a terrible movie. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jurassic United Nations. Anyway, while everyone else watching these movies loses their minds over whether the kids are gonna become a velociraptor's amuse-bouche, I'm losing my mind over the science. Because while the Jurassic movies deal with some fascinating concepts like genetic splicing and cloning, in Jurassic World, it actually goes one step further.